Now, if you were noticing, if you're a good noticer, you would have seen that I put this paint on raw sheetrock. Now, this wall has not been painted before. I floated this wall out, and I told you on some other videos that usually when I paint, I put 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of finish paint on a raw sheetrock wall. Now, this paint, the other good thing I'm testing here is this paint is a different type of paint. It's supposed to be able to go up to where you don't have to put primer on your wall, and you should be able to cover with 1 coat of paint. Well, I'm going to use this as my little testing lab to see if this is in fact correct, because I've never done it this way. I've always done 1 coat of primer, 2 coats of finish. So we'll see what happens here. The paint colors at the bottom have 1 coat, and the paint colors on the top have 2 coats. Can you tell much difference? I was looking at that myself to see if I could tell that much, because remember, I wanted to do a little test and see if there's a difference in this paint, because they say this paint you're supposed to be able to put on 1 coat for primer and the finish, and the verdict's not in just yet. I can see a very slight difference with the 2 coats, because here there's 1 coat, and then just above there's a 2nd coat. And looks like there's a little bit of a difference, not a whole lot. Not quite sold on this just yet. Here's 1 more color. 1 coat on the bottom, 2 coats on the top. I'm looking at this really close, and I don't see too much difference. I am still leaning towards the top here being more full body, because you've got 2 coats of paint on here instead of just the 1 coat. Now I'm still sold on the idea of on raw sheetrock, 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of your finished paint to get a more full body paint color. This paint that I put up on the wall is a flat paint, and I'm not quite sure if this 1 coat product would work as good as what I'm seeing here in a semi-gloss or an eggshell or something like that. So you need to be real careful. Once you make your decision, go to the paint store, do a couple different things on your wall and see what you think you want to do for your own paint job. Another thing I'm noticing is on the lighter shade, with the light paint, you get more of a full body look if you've got 2 coats over it instead of the 1 coat. Now when you go with the darker colors, it doesn't look like there's as much of a difference. Now, you might not be able to see it on the video as well as in real time, but I'm thinking that the top looks just a little bit nicer full body rather than the bottom when you're going with the lighter color.